तो वेलकम गाइस। गेम काफी देर से चालू हो चुका है, सो गेम स्टार्ट करते हैं। लेट्स गो लाइव।
This isn't luck, it's
सारी
instinct,
टीम आ
it's
चुकी है
preparation,
और
and it's synergy. It's
गेम
time
हो
for
गया
Group B
शुरू।
to come to a close. Let's find out who has what it takes.
जिन लोगों को नहीं पता, वो EWC वर्ल्ड कप चल रहा है। इसमें इंडिया की 2 टीम गई है पार्टिसिपेट करने,
16
B
teams
को
have
सपोर्ट करने के
patiently
लिए।
waited on the sidelines for their chance to
लाइव
shine.
स्ट्रीम
Players who are hungry to make a statement on the Qiddiya city grid.
It is time to introduce our team, ETSH Esports.
आज मॉडल का मैच है, कल भी था, आज सेकंड डे,
Team
आज लास्ट
Vitality.
डे सर्वाइवल का।
And finally, your defending
stage
champions of
survival
PUBG, Yangon
गेम मैच ऑलरेडी हो चुके हैं
Galacticos.
क्वार्टर
Day 3 of the PWC group stage at EWC 2026 starts right now.
Back-to-back blows taken their way. Vitality trying to win out versus Non-Shin Red Force. Yangon left with just smile, but that might turn into a frown if they can get the angle onto him.
A smile dropped off the top side. He's doing good work here. A grin appearing on his mouth. Now looks for one more, steps up and gets it. A 1v4 essentially for Smile.
Sleepy with a warning shot.
Whoa!
The buggy comes by. Close quarters engagement as Vitality looks out.
मजे आ गए थे भाई, कल मजे दिला गए थे। कल थोड़ा सा स्ट्रीम ऊपर नीचे हो रही होगी, बट माइंड मत करना गाइस, क्योंकि अपना ये छोटा सा सेटअप है, ज्यादा कुछ बड़ा है नहीं, तो एंजॉय करो
Get hit by
बिना
the
कोई
front of the
देरी
vehicle.
के।
Quick flicks coming out from
वॉल्यूम
A7.
फुल।
Ooh, and that's exactly what's happening, because you got another can of Yunbin down south with that P90, and that is it. It's a back-to-back chicken dinner on the side of Nongshim Red Force.
Let's put the 11th on the board. Looking for TZ, is it a self-denial? It might be. Get to double digits on the evenings
that's it.
burn yourself down to the ground, because Vitality live on top of the tables and beating a 2-day performance from Group A. What a shutdown. 108 points in 6 matches.
Oh yes, another day of competition here as things get loud. Hot Jukes in the building right next to me, and of course it's me, Jackie Powers, in the commentary booth. And we're going to be getting loose and waxing lyrical today, Jukes, because we get some more teams popping off with some big plays here in PUBG Mobile.
Oh, and man, talking about big plays, yesterday was absolutely insane. That's the
सारी टीम आ
only
चुकी
word
है,
I can
कुछ
say.
ही देर में
The question is
गेम
who's getting
स्टार्ट
second
होने
place
वाला
today,
है।
right? Yeah, who's getting second place? Who's getting into the top 5? Because you
Let's
want to
go,
punch that
baby.
ticket straight to the finals. No messing around today.
No, man, it's going to be big. It's going to be exciting. You know, back when we got into Group A, right, we were thinking, wow, we're being spoiled for some of the runs we're seeing for these teams, the points we're accumulating over such a short space of time. Yeah, well, forget about that. Group B's been a whole different beast, buddy. What was going on yesterday, man?
Dude, I mean, it's like everything went just in a wild situation. We had a world record breaking game number 1. Almost every
ये
single
नेपाल की टीम है
circle
भाई।
the entire day
ये
was
नेपाल
just
की।
ridiculous, right? And then even with a 39-point game in day 1, that's not the team that's at the top of the leaderboards here. It's just unreal. That's the only way I can say it. Is like, what else? I mean, what else could you possibly ask for?
What more could we want? What more do these teams even really give? I'm thinking even just like fundamentally from the points you can get out of a game, but we were pushing the limits.
Literally. I mean, it's so crazy to see a team. 4 drives in Group A did so well. They topped the tables, and they almost got passed up in points in just one significant, right? So we're going into day 2 here. A lot, yeah, it's time to say your prayers. Really make sure you are locked in, meditate, and focus, because getting into that grand finals here and now is so critical because of those point sponges. We're going to see most likely some monster squads in that survival stage.
Oh, we are indeed. We are indeed. And of course, that's in reality if you're able to push through, live on to fight for the survival stage, have a chance to make it to finals. Our teams that are crowned strong enough will go right through here from Group B, joining some of the best from Group A. And then again, Jukes, we're going to crush those keys and say bye-bye to 3 of our squads.
We got 3 teams going home today, so you got to make sure that you put everything on the line. But it's time, folks. Here we go. Match number 1 of the second and last day of Group B and our group stage. Let's get it going.
Is that all we got, Paris? Can we get a little bit louder than that?
Let's go.
There we go. Getting fired up in the building. Live from EWC 26 for PUBG as we get into our opening game.
And it's none other than Rondo. All I know is that now I just want to see stadium finishes every single day going forward. But I don't think we're going to see that here. I don't even know if we'll ever see a 39-point game ever, right? But who knows?
History, bro.
That was history.
Crazy.
That was history. But let's see what's going to happen here now. Teams are starting to pop out. I wonder which squads did their homework, because in Group A we saw some squads find those recall players, take some teams out early, right? So I wonder if we're going to see that here. I wonder what's on the mindset of Team Vitality today, because they're a lock, right? They're going to the grand finals. Today could be a great day for them to make some tweaks, some adjustments, even take some risks, right? Like, hey, this is our weakness. Let's work on it here and now, so that way we're prepped, ready, so we can get that big $1.7 million prize pool in the finals.
Some of our sides that struggled yesterday, can they come alive even more? We're straight into it, the classic battle. Neox starts us off as the shots are coming through. Swinging the blade immediately there, mate.
Obscure knifing some players here. Alpha 7, a team everybody's got their eyes on today, and we got the Wolves who were able in the final games yesterday to push themselves out of that bottom 3, and now they're facing some titans in this lobby. You got ETSH, that's a squad that needs to put something on here. Now you got EA as well. Fights happening all over the place, and they got to happen here pretty quickly because this is a very Southern Circle effect. Barely getting those shots through that little tiny angle, but oh, that one was a good one. Effect making it happen here with the S12K 1v2. That's how you do it.
J Arena having a bit of a struggle starts there on the drop in towards Neox, looking to get that early point accumulated off the back of it. And TT happy to take those duels quite comfortably. 3 Elim points to start us off. Obviously, Rondo's Rondo, so don't worry, there'll be a lot more action yet to come.
Non-stop action here. You can see 721GS getting a knock there onto ETSH.
Oh, Soumya, kya bhai ho raha hai?
Oh, wow, there we go. Fahida turning up the heat, making us proud. You can see down on the bottom left, Alpha 7 crowd always so hyped, excited for their team here. They're not too far away from that top 5. Game right here could definitely put them in a good spot. Meanwhile, you got Nasser. He's got that S12K in hand. He is ready for it. Oh, he's in the wide open, though. He's got to be careful. Never mind. Rehanson. Let's go find another angle.
Godel bhai pause se kill chura liya.
Swing out quick as well. That's a nice connection on the doorway. Off ankle play for Fajita, seeing if he can do too much more from this. They're going to try and bait him in, close the door and keep him guessing. Rest of the squad going down in the meanwhile, though. Oh, Jukes! The bouncing headshot. Hello!
That's what I'm talking about. Jumping and from the top ropes, able to hit that shot and save his squad. So 721GS should be able to get a full reset here. ETSH quick on that recall, their recall player not messing around here. But we're going to see these teams really get set up and good to go. Yangon Galacticos only have that single player up, taking a little bit of time here to get that recall in.
The Yangon crew quite far out, all the way over towards Hora.
Oh,
Can't really get to the recall either, bro.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. I was like, where is he? And it looks like that's actually something we should actually take a look at, because Romeo is going to be heading towards TT Project Niaz to try and get his recall in for his team. And that would be a devastating loss for Young Galacticos to go out right here, considering that they're right there on that cutoff in 6th place.
Yeah, didn't have the best run of things yesterday in some of the matches, so if this is the way they start things off, it could be very uncomfortable. We'll give you the context to that one if it happens. In the meantime, it's still a rotation for Romeo. Like Duke said, though, Neo's in position to try to defend against that recall. Could be awkward. We'll stick with the fight we got here, though. Vitality. The Kings yesterday. But can they keep it up right now? Clash versus Dopeness, back and forth blows. Axel going down as well. He was a key piece of the puzzle. Already removed. Oh, this is not what you want, Jukes.
Ken G running wide out in the open there, getting that shot. Very, very nice on the side of Dopeness. And that is how you get it done. Now, it does look that, like, Young Galacticos Romeo was avoiding that fight. He saw TT Project there. He ends up going most likely all the way down to Long Ho. And he should be able to get that res for his squad in just a couple of minutes. But this circle is on the south side here. We got Nongshim Red Force all the way in the north. Things are finally starting to settle down a little bit. Actually, never mind. It's the Wolves versus Alpha 7. Elementrix getting caught out with that nade. Holding this angle, waiting for someone to cross. Oh, but here comes Godlike.
Godlike got that nice up close and personal. They're taking the fight to Alpha 7 as well. Battling both of these squads simultaneously. It'll be a great start for Godlike. Jukes. Get some early energy into today's games.
Oh, boy! Wow, throwing that nade up the stairs, catching him off. Necessary's holding those angles. He's doing those tight peaks in a 1v2 situation. It's Godlike too strong to defeat, and they are looking to be the kings of Neox Factory.
Oh,
one HP.
From one fight to the next.
He's like, what's that over there?
Side, dude.
What's over there behind that tree? Huh? Throwing them nades. Does he have the arm to get him? That looks good. Ah, it's a little short. Runs out in the open, man. Godlike Esports not playing today.
The flick on that, bro. S-Power is fired up today.
Yes, he is. Already getting some good solid points. That's 6 on the side of Godlike. That puts them in a good solid position in 5th place. And this is the thing. If Godlike win this game, what is that going to look like for these leaderboards? That's going to be a massive gap between 5th and 6th place.
That's the thing, the artificial barrier right now.
Margin,
vacuums on towards the top spots. Godlike can start out and really give themselves the best case scenario to bolster their points. Could change the flow of things. That's Romeo. Yangon Galacticos obviously went down very early. Had to go for the rotate around and get his team back.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You got to make sure you hit that recall tower real quick. S2G got to hit them plays though. Rihan getting that thirst. Yes, indeed. And you can see Masco got that heel off and shuts him down. That is how you do it there. So 7-2-1, making it happen. You guys can make it happen in game with the lucky spin that's coming out, guys. Make sure you guys get in there, hit that draw, and you can get some of those insane PMWC tournament sets. Meanwhile, 7-2-1 GS gets a nice knock there on the S. Really looking to shut this fight down. It's a 1v2 situation. He gets
there we go.
The thirst. Can he get the second?
Beautiful scene so far. Damage back done onto S-Power, but can the squad still save it? Ooh, quick shot, Jukes. Got to throw the clip in. But he gets the shot off.
That had to be an accident right there. I mean, I'm sure he had his jump and climb split buttons. Sometimes we have some people combine it, but if you get just a little too close, you get animation jumping up and you're just like, oh, it's over.
Just so exposed, no chance to fight, bro.
Oh, that's so tough. So tough. But you know what? That is great on the side of Godlike. So they take full advantage of it. Now we're seeing the zone pop dead center here as TT Project gonna go ahead and get this ready. He's carrying his teammate there. There you go. He's moving off the hill. Effect. knocking down Aura here. And Jiggle does have an angle, but they should be able to get to safety. Oh, No Fear, never mind. Yeah, No Fear on the other end. He's going to go ahead and get his revenge for his teammate there and take out 2 on the side of TT Project.
Yeah, this is far more awkward now. Trapped back just on the rock side towards the coastline. Ephes cooking the nade, wants to dash that towards No Fear. Too shallow, few more left in the inventory though. They can try and hold him back for at least a few more seconds. But they're the ones that are at panic stations. Aura waiting for the opportunity to strike. Ephes so low off the engage. Effect though, reels them in. He's looking for the flush on it as well.
Oh no, but he jumps down into the water. That actually could be a workout for him. Let's see if he's going to climb that hill. And it looks like he's trying to find the angle. He does. Here we go. Now they have 2 different angles they can actually fight this from. Evius just says, now I'm jumping down with my teammate. 2v1 situation, but can't hit the shots. And now No Fear is at the advantage. Never mind. What is happening? Shots back and forth, but No Fear finally shuts him down.
Woo. A nail-biting fight on that one. They can at least recover, still have 3 of their players alive for Aura as well and build off the back of this. And that's 8 Elim points they've racked up, leading the lobby right now.
That's the worst case scenario for this lobby because that's really like the only slot that's available there for the finals considering how well these other teams did. And Godlike are looking to close the door here nice and early. So you know what? If you want to try to get into the finals, you're going to need to win at least a couple games because we got such a point lead. And that is how you start it there. 8 eliminations, full squad. Good for the side of Godlike. Oh, Romeo. Sky, run for your life. Drive away. And it looks like
Romeo. Where for art thou, Romeo? On the bridge, getting Elims, but that's where he is.
He was looking right at the Sky there, and that is Aura. Now we're going to look at No Fear, get thirsted. Young Galacticos going to actually get into this next game as the circle shifts up to the north side now. They are in the blue. This is still stage 3. They can eat a little bit of this circle for now, but it's time to finally find out where the next spot's going to be.
It's been more uncomfortable for Horror then, as they do get away with only that duo, and this could potentially be an even more uncomfortable entry back over towards the zone, as they've got to bypass Alpha 7. Vision onto them. Ravo jumps out the vehicle. Good shot from range, consistent with the orb to shut down another one. And only Jiggle gets out. 9 Elims might be where they reach and end this one.
Man, this whole tournament has been so chaotic. You want to avoid the survival stage at all costs. Yeah, it's 6 teams out of 16 moving on from that stage. Still though, I mean, you do not want to be put in that situation. I'm talking to you, Alpha 7. Meanwhile, Team Vitality getting into it with 7-2-1 GS. They do end up having 1 player knocked. Team Vitality, so strong yesterday. Gonna go out early here. They do get 4 eliminations, but like I said, they can do whatever the heck they want today.
Yeah, this is a quiet one for them. They've already done the hard part. Fair play though, mate. On the other side of the spectrum, right? Yes, Vitality, our top dogs, they're out. But look who's climbing up from the depths. This is now 11 eliminations they've picked up, getting over the safety of the threshold so far, Jigs. Maintain this, you could save your tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, that is a perfect start on the side of 7-2-1 GS. And considering that it's in Rondo, right? The chance to really make up for a bad day 1, and they're doing it, right? I mean, double-digit eliminations. Now it's all about just getting into that end game. So I want to see them get themselves in a good, solid position and just focus up. Because ETSH, Hustler's crew, right? Dopeness have not done anything so far.
No, they really haven't, and Dopeness as well. You know, you're down to just a solo. Couple Elims, sure, but it's been quiet outside of that. And that was the third-party fight that opened things up to allow them to collapse onto it. The replay here is when Dopeness lost a lot of their members up against Vitality. curious, Jukes, as well. I think mechanically yesterday we saw Alpha 7 look very good in terms of how they were approaching the game, but they never had any luck on their side.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was saying. You know, I was looking at their numbers for the past 2 international tournaments. They were getting tons of eliminations and like 0 placement points. Very, very low on that end. And so I want to see them get into finally some late games and show what they can do.
Yeah.
It's just been so difficult lately, especially when you have a few teams just do something so insane, right? It's wild to see what happened yesterday. But today's a new day. Another team that I want to see make something happen is Tianba, right? I expected a lot from this squad, and now they are still very far down the leaderboard. You can see them pushing into that circle from the south side. Let's see if they can make it up here in Rondo.
For Alpha 7, their eyes might be lighting up off the back of the recall for Dopeness. They're all parachuting back in relatively close by. Could be a chance for those 3 to fight with the arena in close proximity, but Tianba are in the move, back in towards the zone. Godlike not far out with Manya. Just up on the ridge side there, supported by the rest of the crew. It was a bumpy early game for Yangon, but after that recall, they've been pretty comfortable, at least on their rotation path.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it worked out well for them, especially considering that they were pretty late in this game because of that recall. It took a long, long time. But, you know, that's the way this game works. Sometimes those circles just shift and the fights happen in such a perfect way where you're able to sneak your way into zone pretty clear. It doesn't happen often, so when it does, you got to take advantage of it. And no better place to happen, honestly, in Rondo, right? The game where you could end up with 39 points.
It's all about those big finishes. Curious if there's a chance we get a bit of an extension into each other there with Dopeness. Right on top of Smile. He's the one player that's fragmented off from the 1-3 split they've currently got going. SayCloud further out doing a bit of scouting as well. This is the establishing shot for Tianba and Godlike. Godlike obviously far more set up with cover to work with off the back of the warehouses. Tianba not so lucky.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to hold this little valley right here and hold it good for now. Not a terrible spot in this next zone, not the best either, but this is Tianba after all. Still pretty wild to see them down in 12th place, 24 points, very uncharacteristic and unexpected, at least from a lot of people here. You got QZZ, a superstar that can really ring things out. But all it takes is for a lot of these teams, just one good situation where their back's against the wall and let their guns still shine. And I mean, I would not be shocked with Tianba, who has 0 points right now. They could end up with 20 very easily here.
72-1 GS as well. Still looking to see if they can squeeze any more points out of this one. Dopeness taking the hits onto Alpha 7. A bit of a back and forth already. Rainbow looking to close the gap as he drives by. Good control. Switching seats and hitting shots as he puts them down. And quite quickly, manhandles Dopeness. They do lose Korea though, so it will be a 3-man squad for the A7 crew.
Yeah, you can see the crowd showing off them Rebo jerseys. The man, the myth, the legend is here, and he is putting in some work. This is what we needed to see from A7. 8 eliminations so far. You're right, yeah, Carrillo did get taken out, but for 8 elims, that is a sacrifice that you got to be willing to take. But job's not done yet. Still a lot more work if you want to make it straight to those finals, and they do get a nice knock there onto Mormon.
Alpha 7. Looking like they're starting to hit that high tempo. Caught whiff of the arena further back and take pot shots onto them. Meanwhile, before the zone moves, you can see Ida took a few shots over the Hustler crew, and that's the crunch in, Jukes.
That's the crunch in that's going to make things interesting. The circle close to the north side. That's huge on the side of Godlike right here. A perfect zone shift for them. Taking a look there at the leaderboards so far. This is the problem, though, right? I mean, we were so hype about Alpha 7. 9 eliminations. This is a great game, right? The problem is that you're hunting down 5th place. Godlike have 8. So you've only closed that gap by 1 point so far.
Try as they might, there's still so much more to do. And even then, during the map feed, we could see like they were getting consistent damage back over to E Arena. So they're not giving up any of this fight. They're still looking like they want to try. They know the win condition, Jukes.
Yeah. This is the problem though, right? If you don't have a great day 1, you could have a good solid day 2, but it could be too late, right? Especially if you see consistency from those top 5 teams. They're going to keep on pushing that that point threshold even further and further beyond. So for Alpha 7, if you want to catch up to top 5, yeah, the 10-point game isn't going to be enough. You're going to need a 20 to try and close that gap. So they still are in this game with 3 players up. The problem is that Godlike is as well, and so is every team that really matters, because Vitality, no one catching them. They can go out early. But for everybody else still here, it's going to make things interesting.
72-1 GS going in on Alpha 7. They got an opening knock. They want to try and capitalize off it, Jukes. They've swung rounds. That's one tag back over, but it doesn't look like it's going well from the elimination feed right now. This could be the downfall of Alpha 7. Seems like it's just a solo remaining, trying to hold on to it. This is the POV.
There we go. We got it now. You can see Guizhou trying to get some shots out range. Busted some vehicles here all over the place, but he gets put in a blender. E-Arena, they heard that fight happen, and they came to disrupt it, and they definitely did. But now Young Galacticos said, oh, you want some of that action? We'll take some of that as well. And they take him out.
Clean up crew plays, goodbye E-Arena, see you later Alpha 7. Meanwhile, Godlike have been battling versus ETSH. It's all kicking off around the zone. 72-1 GS, they thought they were cooking with gas. Silenced on the clap back there. Yangon Galacticos. Trying to get them to remember their name, Jukes. They got to say it with their chest.
What an interesting play, honestly. 72-1 GS, 15 eliminations, doing so good. They're like, yeah, let's go to the spot where we just saw 2 teams get wiped out immediately. And unfortunately, one of the players gets knocked. But here comes the rest of these squads.
Godlike popping off on the top side. They shut down ETSH. Big plays from Godlike as the crowd starts to give them even more energy. Meanwhile, this encounter between 72-1 GS and Yangon Galacticos rages on. Arcs the nades in. Stereo set up to
bang, bang, bang. 7-2-1 GS getting punished by Yangon Galacticos. Tough start for them, and now looking to finish strong. It's all to Masco. Those days are just inching closer and closer. He's got to hit some shots here to buy himself some time.
Circle कहाँ बन रहा? अरे भाई यार!
Zone shift as well, crunching in. It's good for Godlike.
The crowd went nuts.
They're loving that.
The second they saw that shift, they're like, "That's what I'm talking about. This is our game to win." And this is worst case scenario, literally for the entire lobby, because that's the one team they want to pop off, because that was the one slot that looked juicy, available, but now it's looking like it's long gone. Let's see what Yangon Galacticos can do, though. They're going to start pushing up on the Masco. Yeah, Masco, oh man, those plays, those shots too strong. No way he survives this. Yeah, he's a goner.
Yangon Galacticos, slowly but surely, getting their head above water, piecing together some big plays, but Tiamba, are they the squad that can clash and take this good location? Well, Nade has other ideas, and Adamino also steps up to the plate, leaving 2 of the Tiamba squad down on the deck. This is the push in from Milu. Shotgun, low HP on Godlike, quick shots, but he can't quite find it. They're all going down.
S-Power is shutting down this monster squad. Said, oh, I hear you coming this way. Eat some of these nades, baby. And now QZZ stuck in the blue zone. He's just going to go out here. He said, you know what? Deny the point. And Godlike looking unstoppable here in this match.
Finish हो गया.
Do we need to say more? The energy of the arena here in Paris says enough about the excitement from the plays from Godlike. And like you said early, they're ruling the roost, gifted the angle to stay where they wanted to be with the zone, and Tiamba was the only squad that tried to fight them for it, and they failed.
Hey, you know what? Some people could say that's a lucky shift, but Godlike, they're making their own luck here. Tiamba pushed up, and they shut that down so dang fast. Yangon Galacticos, they're in trouble here. They're on that south side. They're outside of the zone. They're getting gate kept by everybody down here. Now it's all up to St. Cloud to make a play for his team and try to get these reses. He's going to throw the smoke, but the zone is closing. Yeah, St. Cloud's going to be the only one up left.
So low in HP, in a horrible position.
And here comes Blue. And bye-bye.
Give yourself up to it. Unless there's a hero play to be made, it'd have to be something miraculous. I mean, they've got a divot off the back of the damage to the terrain. He could save Romeo with at least Nonshin Red's force attention right now, not being hard stuck on him. I mean, Dukes, it's better than going out.
Got him up, and that does deny the point at least. So if they go down the blue zone, then they're going to deny it here. Romeo inching up little by little, trying to make a play though. Here he goes, throwing some nades out. Gets knocked there. And so easy said, yeah, no, I'm getting that confirmation. I need those points.
Just say Cloud left them. He's still got a ton of utility left to work with as he throws in that nade. Zone eating away at him. I mean, it's good chip damage, and it's even making it more enticing for Godlike to take pot shots at him. He's just trying to buy time to live out.
Yeah, he's using that heal strat to maybe even get a little bit of extra placement. The problem is though, that the second the zone pops in 5 seconds, he's gone. So let's see. Can't even get that heal off. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Yeah, so his play zone is going to take out Young on Galacticos there. As Nongshim Red Force are the team holding the south side, but Godlike are just spreading their wings here, saying it's time. We want all these eliminations. Let's shut down this game in some beautiful fashion.
How far can they take it? A quieter approach to things from XTG on this one. Nongshim playing it smart, playing their cards close to their chest. But they've suffered a fair bit of damage off the back of being pinned into this position, being shot at from 2 angles. Whereas Godlike, they've just been ruling the roost, Jukes.
I mean, they got a baker's dozen already. They're looking real good. 13 eliminations. And look at this, finding those tight angles, tight peaks. They know this game's in the bag here. It's literally Godlike's game to lose. Let's see if they can close it out, though. That's always going to be the question. Oh, no, they are toast, dude. They're forced to run out in the wide open. No smokes available. And man, they just get deleted. Godlike soaking up all these eliminations. If you're Nongshim Red Force, honestly, it's really interesting to see them kind of go for this strategy here, as they're going to be feeding a lot of points on the side of Godlike. And that is 16 on the day. Then Group B's rondos have just been ridiculous.
Yeah, we've not seen anything like it, man. Some crazy games. As you'd expect, Nongshim, they had no pathway back in to try and fight the contest this game. So the last man falls, and this is what it comes down to. STG versus Godlike. They had a bit of a scouting play. They found this duo of Manya up towards the top side. Might want to actually collapse on it. Lost goes in quick. S-Power cooking the nade. Good chip damage from Manya. Switches to the shotgun. Baits them in. He wants to fire the nade from S-Power. Once again, is a delight for this roster as they are sending reverberations throughout the Qiddiya City grid. Bringing down on STG.
S-Power is just insane. He's been throwing heat-seeking missiles all game long and opening the box for his team.
एक बंदा बचा नीचे, एक बंदा बचा.
Tried to catch a couple of their players off guard.
गन पावर तो अपनी है भाई, तगड़ी है भाई, तगड़ी है.
You can't stop S-Power, and you cannot silence Godlike in this moment. Adamino for the closing.
You can't bet, dude.
This is here, bro. And you can see the look on their faces saying, make some noise, Paris. It's Godlike's time to shine.
The energy of this arena says enough about the excitement of the plays that this team has been making, and they deserve every bit of celebration they're getting, Jukes.
Absolutely, man. I mean, this was that one slot that looked like it was available. The top 4 looking very far away, very out of reach. But Godlike say, you know what? Let's just shut that door right here and right now. This top 5 is locked, right? Now, at the same time, there's still quite a few games left here, right? You got to put up consistent points, but if those top 5 do that, it may just be too far to reach.
That's the scary bit, right? Is obviously some of the other squads that were above the teams that were looking to climb, they fell out pretty early there. Like Vitality not getting a great game out of this one. Godlike capitalizing where it matters most. Like you say, dude, you've made it so much harder for the mid-portion teams. You want to get into finals? Yeah, good luck. You might just have to go to survival, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, even a team like Alpha 7, who was doing great this game, right? They had a good, solid amount of eliminations, but at the end of the day, You know, you could put up a 15-point game. If the team you're hunting down puts down 16, you did nothing. As a matter of fact, now you're behind a point, right? So that's what it all comes down to at the end of the day. It takes full-fledged consistency in both days. And look at that. I mean, they just basically said, hey, bring it, baby. Good luck. Try catching us now.
भाई 4v4
Pulling ahead.
4v4 तो है भाई अपना तगड़ा
Everyone's
इंडियन टीम
blowing
का ना
up. You can
बहुत
hear the
तगड़ा
excitement, bro. It's
4v4
insane,
के
the
मामले
energy
में कोई
we've got
कंपेयर नहीं
here
कर
right now at
इंटरनेशनल
EWC.
टीम अगर भी
And
आती
it's
है
a
ना तो
spectacle to
बराबर
behold.
खेलते हैं भाई
You come in to what was an explosive day yesterday of sheer talent, unexpected results, crazy circles, and then we start to run it back all over again.
Oh, that is how you do it right there, guys. Let's get it going here. We got some more action coming up in just a bit.
Here at PMWC at EWC 26, we have many activities that we can do before the games, in between the games, and after the games. And I think Max is there currently doing something. So let's see if we can go and give him a bit of a challenge. As he almost just absolutely ate it. Max, come over here, Max.
पहला मैच
I'm training, I'm doing my routine.
No, I think you've been training. Let's do a 1v1. Pick a spot somewhere over here. If you make it, I'll try to match the shot.
I'm gonna wreck you. I'm gonna wreck you.
Oh, let's see if he can actually do this. Now, all right, come on now.
On the X.
Okay, all right, on the X. Let's see if it's gonna go in.
I checked the math. The best way to throw a basketball is actually the granny shot like this.
Let's see if it's gonna happen. Oh my, okay, you know what? I'll give it a chance.
I'm just giving you a chance right now.
Okay, here, hold on to this.
Okay, come on. Mr. 7WG in the court. Yeah, the granny shot. From behind. No way, Jose. That was terrible. Wait, he's cheating. You just got 2 in a row. That was actually not bad.
That was close. We're getting closer and closer. We're gonna keep on practicing, and we'll see if maybe one of us can make the shot. Come on, Max, you gotta make at least one for us. Okay, well, we'll keep on practicing our skills. Back to more PMWC at EWC 26.
We were there. For every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there for the years of grind. And we're here. Now. The proud founding partner of EWC. Powering the biggest event in gaming. Shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Making history. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion. Reach your impossible.
I had to steal it from Alpha 7 because godlike, my goodness, what a performance we just saw out of that squad, controlling the North and absolutely smacking everybody.
Yes, this is what we wanted to see from them. Let's go. Some really, really good stuff, right, Max? I mean, we just saw so much from this team. The 2-2 split we were talking about. There's a really nice 2-2 split coming off through there. Really good stuff coming in. I want to say STG did make the right call going for the duo on the North because it was the high ground. It was cut off, but sending an extra player from Godlike up to there to defeat, to defend, to get those nades, some excellent nades coming in from them. A very well-deserved win coming in from Godlike.
I mean, in particular, when talking about grenades, Somme, oh my goodness, some of the fights he was taking inside of Neox factory, he put a nade like literally on 2 extra floors up in that building, and he just gets it on that player up there. It was incredible stuff from Somme, Admino 2. No eliminations coming out from Manyab. He was like the RTS master, just putting his troops where they need to be to get that chicken dinner. So great IGLing, great fragging power, and of course, they're getting a total of 20 elims on a Rondo. Oh my goodness, they're here to play.
Impressive stuff there out of Godlike. You might be wondering, why are we comparing them with 7-1 GS? Because this squad needed to make sure they got out of the bottom 3, and they were able to do just that, Lace.
Yeah, I mean, they're clearly understanding the assignment today. They had a 2.1 average point day yesterday. So, you know, this is clear. This is clear that they had to do this. They cleared that eastern side, transitioned smoothly into the middle of zone with 8 eliminations. No team casualties is a massive turnaround for this team. Then, to cut the head of the snake, taking down Vitality is a huge power play. And I mean, this was a crucial 15 eliminations that they added to their tally to put them in 11th spot.
Yeah, that's going to be a massive push. They started the day in 15th place. A team that needs those points. Godlike as well. With this, Godlike moving even closer and closer to the finals as we take a look at the match ranking here. Hora Esports, I mean, we'll get a chance to talk about Yangon Galacticos in a bit, but Hora Esports continuing to be consistent as well with that fragging power we know they're capable of.
Yeah, very happy about Hora Esports, right? We saw No Fear get some really good fights from their side. Unfortunately, at the end, didn't have the numbers to really defend against Yangon Galacticos going for their crossing over. But I want to highlight one team that's very important here in terms of storylines at the bottom of the rankings. It's 7-2-1 GS Esports. They woke up massively here on Rondo. 15 eliminations, 1 placement point, which is, you know, like meh, okay, sure. But overall, 7-2-1 doing a massive push to get rid of that bottom 3 slot.
Exactly. I mean, that's what Lace was just talking about as well. With Alpha 7 ends up getting those 9 eliminations. This is good for this squad. But one thing that we need to point out is those teams that they were trying to hunt down for the top 5, they were still alive.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit interesting to see how it goes into the next couple of games with this. I do want to say one thing, though, is A7, much better already today than yesterday, for me at least. I mean, they had better presence. There was more just meaning behind their splits. That 1-3 split coming in, the info was better. It just felt like a team that had a lot more synergy than they did yesterday. So definitely very excited to see what we got coming in for A7.
Yeah, I mean, they had better scouting today. Yeah. So you could clearly see that they were actually prioritizing this a little bit more than yesterday. Obviously, we had an awesome interview with them. They said they were going to try some different plays, but it seems like they're returning to their natural presence, which is amazing. And I mean, that drive by from Primo, man, that was so incredibly clean, well calculated. 1 casualty out of that, but this is the aggressiveness that we expect from our Brazilian team.
That Brazilian team is going to be looking for me because I did end up losing an instrument. You know what? I'll join you guys. Why not? I'm like... Okay, I'll put it back now. They're going to be looking for me. It's going to be hard for me to get out of here. But Max, one team that was able to actually do a good rotation, have a good strategy here, and a team that needs it is the defending champions of PMWC, Yangon Galacticos.
Yeah, Yangon and Galacticos actually a team that was, I would say, a little bit more passive towards the very later stages of this game, but actually ahead of that, their rotations from the western side, able to cross that bridge against the side of Hora, was just some great rotations, and especially great scouting from this team that I think a lot of teams could try and learn from the scouting capabilities of Yangon Galacticos, especially at one point, Iptra, leaving SayCloud behind them on a high ground position in that one building to make sure he can scout for his teammates which positions are free, which positions are available, and then the entire team just send it over to the eastern side of those buildings to get the high ground for themselves.
I know you got a illustration for us. Natira, do me a favor, grab the mic from him so he can actually use both hands.
There you go.
And if you want to, yeah, put the mic.
Thank you. Now, you're looking at this position here. One big point of contention that Yangon Galacticos got for free because of that insanely good scouting is going to be here, and this is like a 2-tiered parking slot that they're going to be playing, which is a high ground position and literally the entirety of the circle. But before that rotation, they had a scout that was actually over here in this position, and he was just providing information while his teammates were going for that wide rotation into that compound. The scout, it's a lot of microphone. The scouting was just on point. I wish they were just more aggressive later on, but in terms of the rotation in the early to mid-game stage, Yangon still have it here at PMWC 2026.
Yangon still got it, baby, and you still got it too. feeling like a celebrity over there, Max, with so many microphones just surrounding you. But for this squad, we need to continue to see that proactiveness. We need to continue to see everything that we're seeing out of them to maintain themselves closer or within the top 5. Because right now, E-Arena has been a team that has been slowing down a lot. They started off hot, and they are currently in 5th place.
I mean, just to give you guys a recap, we saw complete control from E-Arena on Rondo yesterday. Started at Stadium, continued at Stadium, and ended at Stadium with a record-breaking 29 points. But from today, starting on 3 eliminations. I mean, you know, it does come down to zone pull, but it seems like they're not showing their presence that they did yesterday. Obviously still kind of maintaining that nice average to keep them above that line, but this is something, you know, we expected coming, especially on Rondo on this map, that they would have been taking charge of everything.
Yeah, and we're looking now at the new bottom 3. The new bottom 3, Dopeness, ETSH, Hustler Crew, Dopeness. I know that squad, it hasn't been looking good, and now they're in the bottom 3.
Yeah, it's odd. It's odd one for me because like they're one of the only teams that didn't hot drop on Rondo, right? Everybody went into Neax except for a few, and Dopeness was one of them. I want to see more from that. Maybe a hot drop.
I'm actually not super hopeful about them because their best game yesterday was on Rondo. Today they did nothing on their map.
Well, can Dopeness maybe turn it around today as we're going to be sending it over to the first Erangel of the final day for Group B. Hot Jukes, Jackie, take it away.
Here we go into Erangel. Let's get it going here. And I like what the desk was talking about, right? They were talking about the new bottom 3, you know, and I think that's where our eyes are going to definitely be on here for the rest of the day, because unless these teams in the mid-pack do something crazy consistently, we may not see a new top 5 for a minute here, because there is already a 15-point gap, Jack, between 5th and 6th place. And with how these top 5 teams have been playing, it's going to be pretty tough to cross that.
Yeah, it's feeling really defined already, right? That's kind of what we were talking about, the downtime between last game and this one. So effectively, yeah, you've got to just keep your eyes locked in at who's in the bottom right now. That's the biggest area of movement we're looking at, where realistically there is chances for some teams to save what could have otherwise been a really rough run in Group B. At top dogs, though, unless teams start targeting them, Jukes, and things get spicy, I feel like they've just looked so consistent. They've looked so hardy. It's going to be really rough to push them out of this position.
It's going to be tough indeed, but if you're going to go ahead and make it happen, it's most likely going to happen on Erangel. So here we go, folks. Match number 2 of Group B. Final day of the groups, right? We still have survival stage coming up, but it's all come down to this. So yeah, 15-point gap. Now, you know, mathematically, for all you guys watching, you're like, hey, come on, it's 15 points. It can still happen, right? And it definitely can. The issue is the fact that the top 5 teams are still going to get points, right? So, you know, if we see the top 5 put up 5 points here, that's now a 20-point gap, right? So, honestly, I think if you are in that 6th place on down, I wonder what the coaches are saying, right? I think if it's you're gonna have to start really talking about guys like a regular game is no longer okay.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, right? Just be like, look, guys, I want to let's cut our losses. Just go for a hard drop. Do something. We've got to just try something.
Yeah.
If we can starve them from getting no points, I believe in Paris that'd be nil point. Well, there you go. Check that one, Max Man. Let me know. Yeah, if you can actually just target them, deny them physically even being able to play one battleground here, just starve them out for a game. Maybe you've got a chance. But yeah, like you say, normality, probably not going to be ideal. This ain't normal though, bud. We're getting these circles again.
Are you kidding me? Here we go again. Southern Plane Path, super northern circle. You know, I would normally be like, team vitality, ain't too happy about that. But yeah, again, like probably no one's catching them today, pretty much no matter what. So they're good with this one. But this could be a good opportunity, right, for the rest of the lobby to make something happen here. Now, one of the teams that desperately want to is Yangon Galacticos. Okay, they're in 6th place with 46 points. They're right there below that cutoff. And this is not the best circle for them at all.
No, far harder of a rotation, obviously something they're quite comfortable with in terms of the drop location, but like you say, having to make that whole wrap is going to be brutal for them. But we've got something that's going to be very exciting for all of the viewers, Jim.
Yeah, and it's going to be that Naruto skin. That's right, guys, join that Uzumaki Naruto event. Get that Ninetales Yuri on. Get your hands on that bad boy, because the AUG is OP. And you're going to do it in style. Right here. But oh, look at this. Oh, nice little shot there back from Jiggle. He put up a fight. But Godlike, man, I'm telling you, these guys are just having a phenomenal day. It's wild to see 39 points in Rondo on day one. And then Godlike bust down 30 here. So, I mean, when it comes to Rondo, Group B just weren't playing.
No, he certainly had the upper echelons of Rondo gameplay. Made it look super exciting in some of the instances we've been gifted over yesterday and today. The ideal scenario, like you touched on there, for Godlike, right? Come back in swinging once again. Target some of these squads. The only benefit to that is if you're playing with a 3-man squad for Horo, if this is a bit more of a weakened team, there's a chance where obviously Godlike thinking, right, we can try and back them, push ourselves further into the safety net. Helps them out. The other teams not so much. Still got to be a far better game.
Man, I tell you, if I'm any of these other teams in this lobby and I see Godlike already starting off with elimination, I'm like, oh, this is not good. You know, like they're already getting hot off the rip. That's gonna make things tough. So I'm talking about Young Galacticos all the way down to Tianba. It still freaks me out to see Tianba down in 13. I had them as a lock for top 5 here. That's going to make the survival stage that much more interesting, though, right? I mean, we heard Neptura, right? She was happy to see some movement from Alpha 7. I am as well, but you got to look at the reality of things, right? Like, that game was good, but it did nothing. It really didn't do anything when it comes to them trying to make it into top 5, purely because of how good our top 5 teams did.
Yeah, that's the kind of the rough parts about it. It's what we've been saying from the games we saw yesterday as well, where mechanically they're making the right moves. You know that they're damn talented as individuals as well. They're playing off each other nicely. It looks like the comms are looking far cleaner in moments of chaos, but that only goes so far. If you're not able to get yourself into a good position, constantly fighting heads and tails to get even a reasonable compound, a reasonable location in the zone, man. Just feels like you're coming in doing this on hard mode, realistically.
Literally. I mean, that's the one thing I've noticed here, especially in PMWC Live here in Paris, is good games are good and all, right? But the thing is the teams at the top of the leaderboards, they're not doing good games. They're not even doing great games, right? They're doing something special. They're doing something that we've never seen before. And you just can't compete with that, right? Just good isn't good enough here at this stage. If you want that top prize pool, you got to break records. You got to do something special.
I think it's spot on. It's what we've seen. The quality of competition has raised to a new level. And these are going to be terrifying squads to have back when we get all the way through towards finals. That's a conversation for another time, though. Yangon Galacticos taking some shots over onto S2G. A bit of a sleeper squad to the previous game. Gave a good run of things, all things considered, with how they approached it. Kamikaze limping away, crossing his fingers, thinking maybe there's a chance, maybe I can get picked up. Just don't give Marnet another knock for free off the back of it. That's the worst case.
I already know what he's telling his teammate. I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. I promise, I'm promise. Give. And he got it. Nice. Solke able to catch Kamikaze there, but Young Galacticos are looking in this direction. Ooh, those stairs. All it takes is one little bullet through it, but oh, he does get that res. So now, hopefully, we're going to see Kamikaze get to safety. This is a bridge gatekeep on a northern zone, too. That's ridiculous. I'm surprised we're seeing Young Galacticos take so much time to do this, because this is on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, they're not on the mainland. They've got a long way to go as well. You got a lot of attention from them, at least looking back over towards the coast. I mean, Smile's in a position where potentially, if they're not ready for the read, if he bobs up Jigs, couple quick shots here. Ooh, angle could be the difference maker. I mean, Marnet's got the shot off again, so a re-knock onto Kamikaze. Smiles advancing. This could be really bad.
I don't like this fight at all, personally. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because if you're S2G, you're in 7th place, 45 points, right? You're gatekeeping and out of position in the next circle. Like, I get you're trying to hunt down 4 eliminations, but that's not enough, right? In order to get into that top 5, it's chicken dinner time. So to risk putting yourself behind positioning wise is just not worth it. I think at this point, just leave this fight. Go into the circle, try to get into that end game.
Gone on the underside of the bridge, so Kamikaze can at least keep himself safe for now and try and catch them off guard, peeking from the other angle. They have that hovercraft waiting for them effectively as like the escape plan. But yeah, it's super elongated battle between these two. Burning through so many of your early reserves as well, just trapped, just sitting pretty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I get it. You're really committing for 4 eliminations here. But again, you're more than 15 points, I think 16 points behind 5th place. So it's an interesting play. But who knows, right? S2G could get these 4 limbs, run into circle, catch a lucky third party, and it could work out. But at the end of the day, that zone goes even more north. This strategy is looking more grim by the second.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier for them, does it? How they're so close, man, in terms of the standards. So like, they're super heavily convinced about this being worth it. But you can see the difference of a team like Vitality. They've gone, right, it's time to go. There's no one on average. Let's get out of here safely.
I just imagine like Team Vitality